Alrighty, welcome back everyone, it's Garland here bringing you another Neverwinter video. And today we are going to dive into the Ascendant Weapon sets, which are the Mod 11 weapon sets. Everybody should be familiar with the River District map by now. If you simply come over to the vendor here, you can buy all of the Mod 11 weapons right from this vendor. There are 4 different sets, so that's 4 different main hands, and then as well as 4 different offhands. Of course, they are costing abandoned treasures and evidence of evil to purchase them. So if we dive into the campaign, if you did watch my Mod 11 campaign guide, you will be a little familiar with this. This is going to be the route that you want to take strictly for only buying the weapons. If you want to get the weapons first, like on a alternate character, as opposed to going to unlock Spell Plague. And it's very easy, guys. You just want to make sure that you are doing the tutorial one. So you do have to do the tutorial one here, which is 15 evidence of evil. And then you simply just come down to the bottom. You need to do clear the docks, which is 30 evidence of evil. And then restore commerce, which is another 120 evidence of evil. Now what restore commerce does is if that, you can clearly read it, that it does cost... It cuts in half the campaign store. So if we take a look at the campaign store, instead of it being 240 evidence of evil, it's going to be cut in half to 120. And then instead of 120 for the offhand, it's going to be 60 for the offhand, thus saving you obviously a lot of evidence of evil in the long run. Now when we do go back in here, there is 2 more tiers, which will cut in half even more. Now, I do not recommend doing the last 2 if you're solely going for 1 weapon. If you want to get 2 of the Ascendant weapon sets, then yes, you can continue to do these to cut those down in half. Because if you do look at the 3rd one, now we're up to 240 evidence of evil. If you're only going to get 1 weapon set, then it's not logical to do both of these. You're going to lose evidence of evil in the long run. But if you do have intentions of actually buying more than 1 set, then yeah, I would recommend, finishing the whole bottom tier. Now, as I did mention before, you can buy the weapons. However, you are going to have to restore the weapons after. We will dive into the restoration process momentarily. Just some more things that I would like to show you guys is the weapons themselves. So if we do go into the collections and we go to the Ascendant's weapon set, the first one is going to be the Mirage set, and basically this is just going to summon a Master of Illusions that does 3% more damage, and this is basically a PvP set. But if you do want to get it for PvE, be my guest. That's going to be personal preference, as well as all of these weapons are personal preference on which one you would like to get. The Aboleth set is mainly going to be the DPS set, guys. You're going to get 4% outgoing damage. Now when you compare that to the Relic set is 10% outgoing damage. Now the Aboleth is 4%, so it is slightly lower. However, these weapons are generally a lot more easier to obtain. Next up, we do have the Fae set, which is also a DPS set if you so choose. It has 3% outgoing damage, so it's 1% less than the Aboleth set. However, you're also going to get 10% of your AP back every 30 seconds. So a lot of support classes are going to be running the Fae set, but there's going to be some DPS classes that will run the Fae set. That's going to be personal preference, basically based off of your build and what your character currently needs. Finally, we do have the Life Forge set. And basically this is like the tankier set. This is for tanks usually. It involves defense, and it changes your defense into power. So based off of your build and what your character needs, maybe you do want the Life Forge set. That is going to be totally up to you guys. Now we're going to cut the video off here, and then we are going to be jumping into the full restoration process. I'll see you guys in a minute. Alrighty guys, we're back. As you can clearly see on the picture that I have brought up now, this is the overall material list and what you need for each weapon. We're going to quickly go over this and then wrap up the video. This picture is courtesy of Neverwinter Unblog / Neverwinter Uncensored, so full credit goes to them during their initial post-release about this. But you can clearly see that if for both the main hand and the offhand, you need 5,500 abandoned treasures. Now this shouldn't be a problem. You should be able to obtain abandoned treasures basically throughout your journey throughout the River District. Next up on the list, we do have 105 arcane magical writings. Now these are a little more trickier. The arcane magical writings, you basically can only get these from dig sites and heroic encounters, both being a uncommon drop, and then also secure the district through the campaign. However, to secure the district, you basically have to upgrade, guard towers and everything to get the points into secure the district. Secure the district will guarantee you arcane magical writings if you can complete it. The arcane magical writings, however, are also unbound. So if you do have the funds, you can simply just buy the 105 that you need to restore your main and offhand. However, that's going to be personal preference, whether you want to farm them or you want to buy them. That is going to be completely up to you. Next up on the material list, we do have the 85 Arcane Focus. Now this is the major bottleneck for the Focus. You do need 85 total for the main hand and the offhand. Now the Focus, you can only get 2 Focus a day through the daily quest. You can get 5 Focus a day through the weekly quest. And they also are a very rare drop in dig sites. If you're lucky enough, then you're farming dig sites enough, then you will accumulate enough to restore your weapons. However, like I said, they are a rare drop out of dig sites. Your best bet is that it's just the daily grind. That is the sole bottleneck of these weapons, unfortunately. That being that you can only get 2 a day from the daily quest and only 5 for the weekly quest. Now let's talk about the individual resources that you're going to need to obtain. For the Mirage set, you can clearly see that you need 35 Fleece and 50 Ground Jade. The Fleece is going to be bound, and it drops in an Illusionist Gambit. You simply just have to do bronze runs. So if you're trying to get the Mirage set, try to find some people that are actually doing Illusionist Gambit. Say you just want to do bronze runs. The bronze runs only take 4 to 5 minutes, so you're going to get the Fleece very fast. The Fleece is not an issue. The Ground Jade, on the other hand, that's going to drop out of dig sites, and you're just going to get it randomly. Now the Ground Jade is a droppable item, guys, so you can buy the Ground Jade off the marketplace. They are remotely cheap for the most part, and you're going to need 50 of those. So to fully restore your Mirage set, you're going to need 35 Fleece, 50 Ground Jade, 5,500 Abandoned Treasures, 105 Arcane Magical Writings, and 85 Arcane Focus. Moving right along, we have the Life Forge set. You're going to need Constructed Iron, 35 of those, and these only drop out of the Cabal Portal Stones. If you're unfamiliar with how the Portal Stone system works, you have to have completed the weekly quest in the campaign, which I go over in the campaign guide, and then you will get access to Portal Stones. Well, you have to farm the Cabal Portal Stones to get the Constructed Iron. And you will also get Spell Amber out of the Portal Stone as well. However, the Spell Amber does come out of dig sites as well. And you do need 35 Constructed Iron, which are bound to character, and the 50 Spell Amber, which are unbound and purchasable on the auction house. Moving right along, we have the Fey weapons, and you're going to need 35 Petrified Dust, which is going to come from the Nestora Portal Stones, as well as the 50 Vial of Fey Blood, which once again can come from the Nestora Portal Stones, as well as dig sites, or off the auction houses. These are unbound. Lastly, we do have the Aboleth set, and this is going to come from Gyron. So you want to be farming the Gyron portal stones to obtain your 35 tainted souls, or I'm sorry, tainted soil, or the 50 volatile ichor. Once again, the tainted souls bound to character, and the volatile ichor can drop out of dig sites or be purchased off the auction house. So that is going to be all 4 of the Ascended Weapon set, guys. And what you need to buy them from the store, what campaign tasks you need to do, and how to restore each one, and a material list for each one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys in the next one. As always, if you have any questions, be sure to comment below.